Hello, my name is Pajos Athanasios from Wix Code. Today we will see the part 2 of Stripe integration. So just to review what we're going to do, I have created here a repeater that has the following functionality. Whenever the user clicks Book Now, a lightbox opens that prompts him to pay the specified amount. So here is 550, here is 399. Let's try an unsuccessful payment. So this is going to return a payment denied because we did not enter any correct data there. I'm going to enter, so I'm running on a Stripe test API, so the only card that it's going to accept is this one or any of these ones. Any other card will return in a fail attempt, but that is just because I use the test APIs. The live APIs will run the charges normally. So now this one is going to return a succeeded payment. So let's go ahead and create that. So let's go ahead and add a repeater. You can do it with normal buttons or text or something, but a repeater you can also connect it to your database, for example, if you have a database with products. That's why I always prefer a repeater. Let's just pick this one. We'll have this as the product title. The IDs, you can change them to anything you want. I'll have it as product title. There is no problem, you can have it any way you want. And let's have here a description, a product description. And let's add a price. On the price, you need to have it as number. Move your price a little bit to the right and add another text that has the dollar symbol and move it next to your price. Okay, so this is the amount. Let's change it for our other items. Of course, like I said, you can connect the repeater to your database and get this info from the database if you have a database with the products. I'm now just having the data be there static. Okay, so this is our product price, the product title, and the product description. We also need a button that will initiate the order. Now this is going to be a very simple checkout order. If you wanted to, you could have the button to add the item to a cart that you would have created and then proceed the order from the cart. But for now, each item will initiate the checkout by itself. So we'll leave the code for the end. Let's just have this for now. Let's change this to the amount, product title, and checkout. The last thing that you will need to do is create a lightbox that will act as the payment window. So let's go ahead and add a lightbox. You can customize it any way you like. I will just add a box. And on this box, you need some specific fields. some user inputs. You can change the IDs to whatever you want. I will have it as card number, card owner, card verification code, CVC, month, and year. For the year, it needs to be 4-digit format and not 2-digit. So be careful with that. And we have that here. So we're pretty much done everything that we need to do. All the elements are there. So let's, for the last step, rename our Lightbox to something like payment window, and click to no, so because we don't want it to open when the page loads. So let's have it as payment. Now let's get the code. For your code, you will go to the link that I will provide on the description, and you will not need to change anything. Your code will be provided ready for you to copy paste. You will need to just enter the fields here. I will show you now how. It is really easy. You will not need to change the IDs, nothing. You will just copy paste it. So let's go to our home page. We need the amount field ID. The amount on our example is this one. So let's get the ID and paste it here. We need to have it with the hashtag. The product name, which is this one, the product description, which is this one, and the Lightbox name, which is this one, payment. The book now button ID, which is checkout in my example, and we now just click generate code. Your code is now here. You copy paste it on the home page. You click this button here so the code can be formatted correctly, and everything is ready. There is nothing to change. All the IDs are already filled for you. Now let's go to our Lightbox. Click here to go to the Lightbox, the button Lightbox code, and let's fill in the information that it requires. The card number in my example is card number. The CVC field is CVC. The card owner field is card owner. The info text is text 1. The month field is MM. The year field is for Ys. Remember, all these values need to have the hashtag, all these IDs. My payment button is button 3. And the database name, I forgot to tell you that, I did not set one. You need to set one database. Let's have it as payments. And in this database, you don't need to enter anything. the values will be entered automatically for you. So let's continue. You need the currency. The 3-digit currency code for United States dollars is USD, for Euro is EUR, for Great British Pound is GBP, and for any other currency code you will need to Google it. It's fairly easy to find it. Let's have Euro for example. Now the success message is what it will show here if the payment is successful. So let's say successful payment. And the error message, what is going to say when the payment is not successful? Let's say payment denied. And click generate. Oh, in the database, let's fill in the database name, which is payments. And click generate code. Again, the same procedure, copy the code and paste it here. And click the button to format the code correctly. You do not need to change anything here, everything is ready. Now let's go ahead and create our public and backend files. Let's go and grab our API keys from Stripe. You need to go to stripe.com, enter to your account. I have entered to my account. Now you need to click developers, API keys, and these are your API keys. You need to click on this one because these are your test API keys. No payments will be proceeded with these keys. You need your live API keys. You need to click this one to get it. So let's get our public key and have it here. You do not need to worry for your information. Nothing is never shared with our servers. Everything is being done on the browser end. The moment you close your window, your information disappears. So do not worry about that. Again, copy the code. Now for this one, we need to create a file on the public. Click add new file. We will name it Stripe API and paste the code in here. Again, click the button to format it. Now let's go to our backend and create Stripe proxy. And go to here, click backend code and copy the secret key, which is this one, and paste it here. And click generate code. Copy the code, paste it in here, and click to format. Now it's ready. Nothing else to be done. You can go ahead and test it. Also, you need to hide this one because we need it hidden at start. Let's give it a test. Let's select that one. Pay 50. Let's select this one. Pay 80. So we know that this works. Let's test the payment flow. Let's enter the card data. And click pay. Let's go ahead on our database and take a look. So the fields got generated automatically, and we see here that we have a product description, the product name, and the amount, and the charge ID from Stripe. This one, you can go to your Stripe account and search it, and it will show you the transaction, so you can keep track. Now, obviously, that was a really simple example. This was the base for the payment. You can evolve it very, very much. You can have, just like I had on the example, graphics. So not just a message that says payment accepted, payment denied. Graphics. You can have an admin page on which you can see this data, many things, but that's just the base, the infrastructure. And you can use this tool, of course. It helps you a lot. You just have the names here, you do not need to change anything, and the code is generated for you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.